Hey everyone, it's Matt. We finally have some good news regarding stimulus checks. Yes, you heard that correctly. You do not need to tune your TV or your radio. You heard that correctly. We finally have some good news regarding stimulus checks. Yes, and also this video does pertain to everybody, including those of you receiving Social Security, retirement, disability, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, and for those of you who have no income or even low income. So with that being said, let's get right into it. But hey, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Matt. Thank you so much for checking me out. My dedication is to be here every day as your daily advocate. So if you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that subscribe button just right down below the video. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Let's get into this. So I wanted to bring this to you. It's just a little update, but it's still a good one. Just a short time ago, Joe Biden was on a phone call with Democratic senators and he committed, yes, you heard that correctly, he committed to the $1,400 stimulus checks. He said on this phone call, apparently from the people who were listening in, that they need to maintain their promise to the American people and deliver the $2,000 stimulus checks. Now, let's clarify for just a second. I've talked about this in other videos. They continue to sell this thing as a $2,000 stimulus check. But let's be real. If you're waiting for $2,000 to hit your bank account, you're going to be really sad when it turns out to be $1,400, right? So I feel like let's just say it what it is. It's really a $1,400 stimulus check, but they continue to market this thing as a $2,000 stimulus check because we've already received $600 and now they want to give us the extra $1,400. So anyway, I just wanted to clarify that because I want to make sure that you understand, hey, we're not getting $2,000. It's according to what we're hearing now, it's going to be $1,400 to bring us up to the $2,000 with the extra $600 that we got a few weeks ago or about a month ago for most people. So I just wanted to clarify that. So anyway, he committed to the $1,400 stimulus check. Now remember, a few days ago, there was that proposal introduced by Republican senators. That one contained the $1,000 stimulus check. And a lot of people here on the channel, I was seeing comments down below, were saying, hey, we need $1,400. This is ridiculous. $1,000, what's that going to do? We need the $1,400. Well, have no fear. The $1,400 stimulus checks are here. Well, they're not here yet, but you get what I'm saying. Hopefully they'll be here sooner than later, right? So anyway, the $1,400, he committed to it. So once again, when he was campaigning way back, like late December, when he was campaigning down in Georgia before the Georgia runoff Senate race there, he continued to say, hey, send me these two Democratic senators and we'll get the $2,000 stimulus checks out the door right away. Well, once again, he is doubling down on this and recommitting to the $1,400 stimulus checks, which, I talked about the $2,000 and $1,400, that thing. So anyway, this is good. So we don't need to worry about the $1,000 stimulus check anymore happening. It's going to be $1,400. He just said it a short time ago on this phone call with the Democratic senators. So that's good. I feel like that's one obstacle, right? That's one hurdle that we have cleared now. Now it's just a matter of who's going to get it and please, when, right? When are we going to get it? That's what we care about the most. Start printing them up and start sending them out, or even better, start hitting our bank accounts. Bang, 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 hit our bank accounts. I want to hear, well, I don't have any alerts on my bank account. Anyway, I'm sure some people have alerts on their bank account when they get a deposit, but I want all of you to hear the alerts going off on your bank accounts for deposits. So anyway, this is really good stuff because, we were kind of in limbo thinking, what is it really going to be? However, on this call, Joe Biden also did say that he would be willing to have a little bit tighter restrictions on who's eligible for this check. Now, I've talked about this many times in other videos. We don't need to rehash this whole thing, but essentially, you know what? I mean, the higher income households typically don't spend their checks, while those under $40,000 typically spend their checks rapidly, right, on necessities. So is it really going to be that low, the income thresholds, under $40,000, under $50,000? It could be, but who knows if we will. We're not going to speculate, but either way, he's open to reducing the income thresholds for who receives these checks. And I feel like, that's great. If they do that, at the end of the day, people in the higher household incomes probably really don't need it anyway based on the reports that we've been seeing. Let's send it to the people that everybody's been talking about, those individuals who are most vulnerable and highest at risk. Most of you, well, if you're receiving Social Security, SSI, VA, RRB, maybe you're low income, you have no income, of course, you're going to fall into that category, right? Of the most vulnerable, highest at risk, most at risk, all of those individuals. So this is good stuff. It's good stuff. We're finally getting a little more clarity on the stimulus checks, as everybody wants to know. So Joe Biden is going to be meeting with Democratic senators this afternoon at the White House to discuss this a little bit further, to discuss the stimulus package, the budget reconciliation, and, of course, the stimulus checks a little bit further. So all of this is really good stuff. At the same time, Joe Biden also mentioned that this $618 billion package that was proposed by Republicans the other day, remember that one? He simply said, it's a no-go, not a chance, it's a non-starter. So once again, thanks guys for the proposal, but it's just not happening. So he has come out and clarified that it's just not happening with that $618 billion package. That was creating a lot of stress for a lot of you here in the community saying, hey, it's going to count me out. I'm an adult dependent. I'm only getting $500. That's nothing. That's even worse than the $600 stimulus check, right? So I feel like this is really good stuff. $1,400 is what they're saying. They did not specify on dependents, adult dependents, nothing like that. They didn't specify any of that stuff. So we'll have to continue watching that, but we do know $1,400 is good stuff. So we'll have to see what these Democratic senators come up with their meeting with Joe Biden here this afternoon, later today. There was a press briefing a little bit earlier, a couple hours ago, from House Democratic leaders. I actually recorded that conversation, that press briefing, which I was actually just getting ready to release to you a short time ago, when all of a sudden I got all these alerts about this, and I was like, this is actually a little bit more important than a press briefing. So I will release that video a little bit later today with that press briefing. You can hear about it. They're talking about the stimulus package, the stimulus checks. There's a little bit in there. It's about a 15-minute video. They started trailing off and talking about all kinds of other things, so I just ended the video, and we came back. I still listened to it, and they really didn't say anything else in there about the stimulus, but it's an interesting thing. We want to listen to these press briefings because they're informative. We always want to know, what are they thinking? What are they talking about behind closed doors that may slip, that come out and give us a little bit more insight into what is going on in Congress and between these parties. So I always like to listen in onto those, and I've been recording those conversations for all of you lately. Anyway, I will release that a little bit later today, but this is good. I hope this offers a little bit of a sigh of relief for so many of you who are worried about the stimulus check, possibly being less. I'll give you a quick little teaser, by the way. In that press briefing that I recorded for you, that I'll release here a little bit later, they talked about $2,000 survival checks. If you didn't see my video from the other day, go back and check that out. It was a few days ago. I'm not sure which day I released that video, but I specifically made a dedicated video talking about this idea of $2,000 recurring monthly survival checks that is being proposed by a group of over 50 House representatives. Check out that video. It's interesting because it was referenced once again today in this press briefing. So, again, this is why we listen. You never know what they're going to say and what they may possibly give us some little bit of an indication about. So, anyway, again, as I said in the beginning of the video, this also does pertain to those of you receiving Social Security, retirement, disability, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, low income, no income, anybody else that can be added to that list, and everybody, of course. So I'll continue watching this on the income thresholds that they finally determine on who's going to get the $1,400. But I would anticipate if you're receiving any of the benefits that I just mentioned, you're probably going to be good to go. I wouldn't worry about it okay. I want to take that back. In one of my other videos, I said I wouldn't worry about it, and a couple people freaked out on me. What I'm saying is I wouldn't worry about if you're going to be eligible or not. If you're receiving any of those benefits, I would say you're probably falling into the low income category, and you'll probably be just fine as far as eligibility goes. So There you go. I hope that clarified it. I got a little bit of a beating last time I said that in my video, and all I meant was, hey, like, you're going to be included. So anyway, I hope this helps you out. This is good. I was excited when my devices started going off saying flash briefing, or whatever it said, breaking news. President Biden just committed to $1,400 in the stimulus check. Good stuff. This is cool. I'm excited. We're finally getting a little bit of progress in this thing. It doesn't take much to excite me these days, if you can tell. I'm just a lonely guy sitting at home by myself all day recording a bunch of videos, if you can't tell. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you. Thank you. I really I just love this community. There's so many awesome people here, and it's just so cool. So if you haven't done so, please hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll continue to be here as your daily advocate. Thank you. Enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again in a couple hours with that press briefing video. Thanks, everybody. You're awesome. Stay safe. I'll see you later.